What's going on all you gamers, here we are in Cyberpunk 2077 and today I'm going to be going over mod slots, how many you can get on each variety of clothing and how the categories kind of determine what mod slots you can have on each. So if that sounds like it interests you, then stay tuned, that's coming up next. Welcome back all you guys and girls, here we are in sunny Pacifica, and as always, if you'd like to become part of the server squad for all things Xbox, for all things gaming, all the latest and greatest in gaming content and hints, tips, guides and builds. But for now, you're here to find out how you can actually get the most out of your clothing and what pieces of clothing do what or can have what and what they're kind of determined by. So for example, what factors mean how many mods they can have on it. Right, so kicking it off first, as you can see, you have 6 basic means of upgrading your character through clothing, items or armour, whatever you'd like to call it. And that's just over here, the head slots, which are, as you can see, the top part of the head, so hats and garments for your head, what you can wear on your eyes, the lower body, so basically your trousers, and then your shoes, your upper body, so basically your outer torso and your inner torso. Now over here you have a 7th slot, but I've never seen anything on these. These are kind of your special ones that can change your character appearance overall. So say for example, if I clicked this on, then he will become bandaged. For example, if you have a little look there, look how amazing he looks now.
Nope.
Right, so we're going to take that back off again because he looks awful. Now, other than the 6 types of actual wear that you can have, that we have just gone over, each one of those will come in different rarity form. So 5 different rarity levels, and they respectively go from common, uncommon, rare, epic, and last but not least, what I've got on at the moment, the orange is legendary. Now, I've pretty much gone through the hard work so that you guys and girls don't have to, and if I go to my head slots just over here, I've crafted an absolute abundance of everything. Now the white I've already checked from early game, and you'll have to let me know if I'm wrong, but I have never seen anything on any white level piece of gear. So as far as I'm aware, you cannot get any slots on white gear whatsoever. Like I said, if you found something that has, then drop it in the comments, but I'm pretty sure that it's still at 0. The green gear, if you have a little look, again, these are at 0, so you can get no mods on the green gear for the helmet. Now I've checked and this is exactly the same for every single piece of armour type, so all 6 of the armour types for the green gear and the white gear stick to 0, so you cannot get any mods on any of them. So up here, if you'll have a little look, the blue or the rare crafted items, as you can see the maximum on any of these is 1. And as far as I'm aware, that is the most you can get on any piece again. So out of all 6 of them, it will be 1 for the blue rarity. Now up here, if you'll have a little look, for the purple or the epic rarity, the maximum you can get for any of them is 2. Now I'm just showing you the hats here, but it applies to all of them. So I'll just quickly show you another one just to make sure you can kind of see. So here we are, and as you can see, I've crafted an abundance on the trousers or pants, and again it's exactly the same for these. So the highest you can get with the purples is 2, and it's exactly the same for these ones down here, 0s for the whites and the greens, and 1 for the blue rarity. Now finally, if you have a look, the only thing that is slightly changed is when you get to that very last bit, when you can craft the kind of legendary gear. These orange bits just here. Basically the cream of the crop, the kind of stuff you're after if you're going into the crafting range. Now this works exactly the same for the things you find around the world. So if you find golden gear or orange, I still can't determine what it is, I think it's orange, so you'll have to excuse me. I'll stick to saying legendary from now on, it might be easier. So if you find these legendaries around the world, so say for example you hadn't gone into crafting whatsoever, then all of these stats will still apply exactly the same as if you had. But obviously, if you have gone into crafting, once you hit, I believe, level 18 in your crafting category, so once you've upped your level that much, you can craft all of the best gear in the game, basically the legendary status stuff. So, like I was saying, with these, once you get to the legendaries, on the trousers, you can craft up to 3 slots. Now, this is the kind of slight variant to the rest of them, and what that is, every piece of armour, so if I go back to the main screen, every piece of armour that you have can have up to 3 slots, except for these two just here, the inner and the outer torso. Both of these two here can go up to 4 slots. So if you are trying to craft, or if you are finding gear out in the open world and you want to know what the best you can actually kind of come across, you have to remember one thing. Even if you look like an absolute clan,
it's me!
The more slots you have on your character, the stronger he will be once you put the mods into them. Especially with the armour, crit damage, things such as those. So for example, if I show you over here, now this character isn't maxed out, this is an okay build, it's not perfect, but if you have a little look, he's got nearly 4,000 armour, and his stats just over here, he's got 46 crit chance, 133 crit damage. Now he doesn't look too bad, the headband and goggles make him look absolutely awful, but again, they've both got the 3 slots. Now if I chucked on something that isn't a legendary, so here we go, say I really wanted to look like, because obviously we're playing cyberpunk, so that's what I want to look like, because come on, double goggles, you would not mess with this guy, he's amazing. And same again here, I'm going to chuck on this just here, and like I've said, the green obviously cannot get mod slots. Hey, I actually quite like the looks of that. Not the headpiece, obviously. But yeah, just looking at that, I've taken off 2 pieces of gear without the top rank in mod slots. And as you can see already, my armour has gone down a massive, over 1,000 or 1,000, and the crit damage has gone down respectively. So just through dropping a couple of mods, or mod slots, I've lost all of that. So literally what you'll want to do is kind of follow this and go with how many mods you can get. I would honestly say one key thing to remembering is if you're finding kind of legendary stuff out in the open world, what you'll want to do will be to save before you look at it and pick it up, or not before you look at it, sorry, save it before you pick it up, just in case it hasn't got the kind of top whack in the mod slots, because if it hasn't, you'll want to reload your save, and they've changed it again back to how it was, and now it's randomly rolled. You'll want to be able to pick it up at that top end. So for example, if it's the outer and the inner torso, you'll want them to have 4 slots. So one thing to remember, which you can gather from here, no matter how much of a clan you actually look like, if it has got the maximum amount of mod slots on it, you probably will want to wear it just for the sheer fact that it does up your stats absolutely massively, being able to put the maximum amount of mods into the mod slots that you have equipped. So if you wanted to look absolutely amazing, you may not have the best stats on your character. You'll look a lot better than this guy in his whatever, we're going to go with leopard hot pants. But yeah, your stats may not overwhelm you or anyone else. So if you are trying to find stuff around the open world at least, or if you're trying to craft stuff, make sure you're crafting what you want and getting the max stats out of it by getting those mod slots. Right, so I hope that's helped a few of you guys and girls out. I know a few people were asking about mod slots and how they kind of roll and how the categories of clothing apply to it, so hopefully this has helped a few of you out and answered your questions. As always, if you're into gaming, if you're into all things coming out, the latest and greatest stuff, then hit that subscribe bell icon. But for now, take care. I'm jumping off the roof. I'll see you all next time. Ugh.